Yo, welcome everybody to another episode of Fun with Dumb. This is the Halloween edition. I'm joined here today by my special guest co-hosts, Richard Lee.
Hey, how you doing?
A.K.A. Lyrics. David Lee, a.k.a.
What the fuck? How dare you? How dare you?
How dare me
this
what?
Is truly scary.
What? A.k.a. Rekstizzy.
All right, fine. Whatever. Put my fucking government name out there.
Was that crossing the line
so
or what?
Spooky, bro.
These are the last minute costumes we put together. Why don't you explain your costumes right now real quick?
This is a Jason mask that I found in your closet right before we started.
Let's see what you got under there. It's a ski mask.
Brr. Woptober, baby.
What are you hiding, bro?
And then what are you supposed to be, Rek?
I'm just I guess like a frog. You know, Pepe.
Oh yeah, is that the Pepe? Is that a sleepwear?
And yeah, it is. But stay woke, bro.
I asked everybody to kind of dress up. And like a little for fun for this Halloween edition.
So
what are
much-
you?
So much fun, dude. I'm having a blast, bro.
Okay, so I'm supposed. This is a traditional Korean high school uniform.
You look like a flight attendant.
Yeah, for North Korean airline.
You look like M. Bison started.
Oh my god, I do look like M. Bison. Yeah. So I mean, I this one is just we're gonna talk about some Halloween themed stuff.
Okay.
And I wanted to start off with what was some of your costumes when you were a kid that might have been struggle.
Damn.
You know, there was one time my mom made me a Ninja Turtle costume.
Like she made it, like handmade it.
Oh,
Like, well, she just took strips of like thread or fabric, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, you know, just had that, had the fucking eye.
Wait,
you know.
what does
Yeah,
this
what do you
mean?
mean? Explain the costume. I
Ninja
don't know.
Turtles have like those straps, like
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah,
wrist
yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah, and then
like fabric.
But the best part is, it wasn't even Halloween. And I wore that shit to the park.
Wow.
And motherfuckers were like, "Yo, are you a Ninja Turtle?" I'm like, "Maybe, might be, bro."
My most struggle costume was I didn't have a costume, so I put on a suit and I said I was a bodyguard. You know what I mean? So it was yeah, it was.
So
a
you
cheat.
wore like
I wore just a normal suit, and I'm like,
what age were you?
I don't know, like 20 something.
The best
So
shit.
it was like when you were like the age you usually wear a suit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was an adult for Halloween.
I'm
What
trying
was
to
your
think.
most struggle?
I mean, I was a ninja for a good 10 years.
Of course you were, dude.
Yeah, like from when I was like 5th grade.
Do you say ninja like
No,
my
no, like-
ninja?
No, I never said that. May
What's
I
up, my
add?
ninja?
May I add that I can't stand that when
I can't do
motherfuckers
that.
is like my ninja. I'm like, dude, what
Ninja,
the fuck?
please, come on, you can't do that.
Get
Can't
out of
do
here,
that.
bro. They're trying to find loopholes in saying the N-word.
You might as well at that point.
Yeah,
I think the most struggle costume, the most lazy shit is always like putting on oversized clothes and be like, I'm homeless. And then
yeah. What are like some like last minute costumes you've put together? Like for me, I like get a red flannel and be like I'm a lumberjack, you know,
Yeah.
or like a turtleneck and I'm like I'm Steve Jobs, you know, or something
I mean,
like
you
that.
growing up Korean, you always have a taekwondo
That's true.
uniform
That's
on
true.
hand.
Yeah, that's true.
I go to church on Halloween, so I never really celebrated it until this year.
Yeah, so you
What?
I
This
so
your first year celebrating?
yeah,
I never
real
see.
celebration.
We were talking
Lie
about
that
this
shit.
earlier. I don't understand like how Halloween is considered like a devil's holiday.
Really?
Because
Because
there's so
every-
many devilish.
No,
It's
because mad
everything.
people are everything. You know what I mean? Like
If you
people-
type in
people
Halloween
are doctors
on
for Halloween.
Yeah, but
and-
slutty
right.
doctors.
yeah, you don't see them like decked out.
no, guys are
With
just
a-
doctors. You know, they'll just go out as doctors.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean,
So
You
what
know.
what was your parents like thought behind?
I
why?
mean, it's just because they were church people, and there's always like at a Korean church. I'm pretty sure in the other churches too. There's like Halloween alternative, which is you could still wear costumes and stuff like that, and you get like candy, but we'll be singing praise and stuff.
That sounds hellish.
I mean, I feel like if you were a kid and like they put that on you, I'd be like, oh
Yeah,
man, I'd be so
yeah.
pissed.
No, I mean,
Was
I
there
went
candy?
Yeah, those candy. You know,
Yeah.
like nurungji, like burnt rice candy, the Korean joints with the sesame seed with the
Even certain candy was,
it was satanic. You know what I mean? Yeah.
candy.
Kit Kat, get out of there, dude. Nah.
You know, candy in
Wait, why-
Korean
why
is
Is that Kit Kat?
satan,
Satan.
which is Satan.
Sultang sounds like Satan.
So yeah, you guys played games and stuff at the
Yeah,
church. I
we
think I
played
remember this because I think there was like a year I actually went to church instead of like doing Halloween activities. Did you do that too?
Hell no. I was out
Out and about.
getting my sugar on.
All right, I'm going to tell you guys about hemp fusion. There's a lot of confusion out there that all CBD is the same, which is not true. Unlike other CBD brands, hemp fusion is CBD plus omegas plus terpenes that help you feel 100%. This is CBD mixed with other natural ingredients that help you target stress, sleep, and energy. Everything they do adds up to a better product and it adds up to a better day for you. Hemp Fusion, it all adds up. And right now, I'm going to offer a special promo code for you guys to save 20% off your first order and free shipping at hempfusion.com. I've been using it and it's been helping me with sleep, stress, all that. So that's promo code FUN, F-U-N. Go to hempfusion.com, type in promo code FUN, F-U-N, for 20% off of your first order and free shipping at hempfusion.com. You can get Hemp Fusion shipped anywhere in the U.S., so use my promo code FUN, 20% off, shipping anywhere in the U.S.
Let me ask you something. When's the last time you went trick-or-treating?
That's a good question.
Shit, I'm about to go this year.
I might too. You want
That's
to do
not. That's
There's
not
no
cool.
shame in it. I'm telling you, there's no shame in it because you're wearing a mask anyway.
it? Yeah, and
No,
the
but
kids
they
are
know
big
you're
these
an
days.
adult, bro.
No, they
How?
don't.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't. I mean, if you go around in that.
Yeah, we're gonna get shot on Halloween. All right, let me ask you guys something. What is the one piece of candy that you got? You're like, fuck this. Like the worst piece that you could get.
I mean, yo, people hate on the candy corn, but I like the candy corn.
Nah, candy corn's fine.
I don't mind candy corn, but it's not my favorite for sure. It's probably my least least favorite.
Maybe Twizzlers. Like I like them now, but back then I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a Babe
Fuck.
or Babe Ruth.
Or you know, like the old school strawberry joints, the wrapper.
Nah,
looks
those
like a
are
strawberry.
fine. The one with the filler in it?
Yeah.
Oh,
what's
you know
that?
why you didn't like it is because the Korean restaurants always had that for
Yeah,
dessert.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I
they
mean?
did.
So we were so
Oh,
No,
those
those
suck.
Those
What?
suck.
Those
yeah,
suck so
thank you.
hard.
They do
You
suck.
like that? See, this
yeah,
is why, because
man.
you went to church on Halloween.
Yeah, maybe.
you trained yourself to
shit
like
was-
that shit.
I thought that was really good.
That's like
bro.
old people candy.
Yeah,
that's old
and the
people
people who
candy.
give out like Werthers are like weird to like the kids.
Yeah, I love Werther's though.
Oh,
yeah,
Werther's
yeah,
is great,
yeah.
but you know,
Back in the day, it's like giving coffee to kids.
Or you get
Yeah.
those lame ass, just regular classic peppermint joints.
Oh my god, dude.
Like, come on,
you're
man.
like trick or treat, and you're like, whoops. Come on, put it in there. Come on.
Have you ever got like a piece of fruit for Halloween?
Oh my god.
What, just unwrapped?
No, like an apple. Like I remember someone gave me an apple before.
Yo.
That shit was infuriating.
Yo, at the time it was traumatizing, but looking back now it's just funny as fuck. Some dude
Yeah.
came out to the door and just gave us a quarter and split it.
Wait, what?
A quarter?
Yeah.
How
he
many kids?
He kept a straight face and everything. I don't know if he was like joking or not.
Yeah.
But it was like 5 of us. He gave us a quarter. He's like, split it and just closed the door on our faces.
So y'all got a nickel apiece? That's
Yeah.
what the-
I remember hearing all those horrifying stories
We
about
actually argued
people
over-
putting like razor
Yeah.
blades and shit like that.
I don't
That
even
shit
know if
was
that's
terrible.
true though. Like, has
It's
there
not?
ever been an incident that's been like, you know, on the newspaper or news? I've never seen
Yeah,
it.
I'm sure there is. You could probably
Yeah.
look that
I
shit
always
up.
thought that was like a horrifying thing.
Yeah, I mean, just like even drugs or like poison and stuff like that.
I remember my parents, like, we would always go, like, because, Koreatown has a lot of apartments. It's not really ideal trick-or-treating area.
Yeah, I was
yeah.
thinking about that today.
Yeah,
when I
so
was
so
planning out my route.
what our parents would do, you're planning your route. You're planning your route. Yeah, what we would do, we go to Hancock Park because that's where all the houses are.
Oh, okay.
You know, all those big
Is it-
mansions
Yeah,
and
oh,
stuff.
yeah,
okay. Yeah. Let's go to
yes.
rich neighborhoods.
Yeah, so they would always drop us off in the rich neighborhoods. and then we just go around there.
Damn.
Yo, man, as an adult, wouldn't it be like crazy if people give out like little like weed and like drugs.
Yo, that'll be
trick
that'll
or
be
treating for adults.
Trick or treating for adults.
Yeah, they
A cop would come over and be like, trick or treat, trick.
undercover Halloween.
Exactly. It's just so crazy.
Like the one shot liquor bottles, you know.
What do you think is the top like 3 costumes for like hip hop heads? There's always like
Doom.
Oh.
Nah, I always thought it was like the Dead Prez. Like the,
yeah.
makeup. That's like always top 3 or top 5.
There's always a Pac, you know, with like the poorly drawn thug life.
Yeah,
and
that's
bandana.
true. That's true.
What else? Flavor Flav, like just iconic, I guess, costumes.
I always tripped out about the like when people try to be rappers and they like put on blackface. I'm like,
I know, Rick. What the hell was wrong with you that year?
no, because I'm like, why would you like? It's like we get it. You got the thug life, and then you got the bandana. You don't have to take it one step further.
Yeah.
Like shoe polish.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Like we're not gonna be sure you're Pac. Like nah, you gotta really sell it. Like
There is no reason to do blackface ever. Like there's no justification for that, and that's gonna bite you in the ass in the future, 100%.
Halloween always has a lot of pressure. I feel like to turn up extra hard.
Right.
And then I feel like with that pressure, it always becomes like not as lit. You know, you like go out and try to turn up.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't become as lit.
Yeah, because you know why? Like you're uncomfortable. You have the costume on. You know what I mean? You're sweating. Like I'm already sweating under.
That's why you gotta pop Molly, dude.
That's what I hear.
I popped Molly a lot of Halloweens in the past.
And it wasn't great.
It was, but you know, you don't want to be like grinding your jaw, looking like fucking
Like
whatever. yeah, you're in your costume, just like.
when it comes to girls on Halloween, what kind of what type do you like? Do you like the ones that are like the weird ones that like get really scary and all fucked up, or like the today's the day where I have an excuse to look like a slizzy? You know what I'm
Why
saying?
do you even say it like that?
Say it like that, yo.
I have a fucking ski mask on. Do what I want.
I think it's
I don't even
fun.
answer that question.
I always feel shitty being like sometimes like I've been the guy without not wearing the costume a lot of times.
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
yeah.
I don't know if I should feel like
I
an
hate that
asshole
shit.
for that or what. Like,
on St. Patrick's Day, they're like, you're not wearing any green. Like
you don't dress up a lot either.
Yo, you
Rec.
know what
In the
I
last
just
couple of
realized?
years, I
You
realized.
guys both have coffee.
Yeah, so
Should have
what?
got me one, dude.
Okay, all right.
we were here an hour before, bro. And we were here on time at 3.
Just playing.
I don't remember you in a costume in the last couple of years. No,
Somehow like just I always end up just doing some shit, like some random shit. Like
what were you last
I do
year?
like the kabuki mask, you know. I bought like a little face paint thing. I did that. I did Doom. I just got like a generic mask,
Oh, nice.
like a masquerade mask.
Yeah.
What are you
yeah.
talking
I
about?
cut-
What were you last year? I don't remember you wearing.
Well,
a
we were
costume.
Crash Dummies last year.
Oh yeah, we were. You're right.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we had matching
Dummy?
Crash Dummies costume. Yeah,
Nice.
those are cool. It was
So,
kind of an old reference though.
Wait, hold on. How
That's
did you
fun.
do it? Did you have like stockings over yourself?
No,
Or, like,
I bought the costume.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
like the ASAP
Yeah,
Rocky.
we put zero
type.
effort. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I know people that are getting like multiple costumes for this Halloween.
Why don't you and JL be oxes for Halloween? Like actual oxes.
And I'm a frog.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yo,
And
what
what do
if
you-
we just anamorphs? We all
What
just
animal would I be?
become Salamander?
What the fuck?
I don't know. Like
Let me take a
something-
gander. I'm a salamander.
Oh, man.
I'm Alexander the salamander.
Fuck. What would you be? What are you?
I don't know.
You kind of remind. You got like
People's-
alpaca vibes.
People say I look
Ooh.
like Garfield. And then like Zoe was always like Otis, you know, like the dog.
Yeah.
Odie.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
Otis. Odie.
He's more like John.
You got that long like Odie face.
Right,
Odie,
right.
Odie head.
Shout out to Zoe.
I feel like JL is like a costume guy.
Yeah. I mean, he's been wearing the vest he's been practicing for Halloween for months now.
He looks like
You know?
Mozart right now with his perm.
Yo, Amadeus straight up.
Yo, what up, y'all? I'm going to tell you guys about Lightstream. I know a lot of my listeners have credit card debt, student loans, and they racked up by swiping up that card. You know, the average interest rate on credit card debt is over 19% APR. And I don't know if you guys looked at your interest rate lately, but you don't need to be a financial expert to know that consolidating debt into a low fixed rate can save you thousands in interest. Pay off your high interest credit cards with a credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream. You can get a rate as low as 5.9% APR with auto pay. That's much lower than the national average interest rate on credit card debt. You can get a loan from $5,000 to $100,000 with absolutely no fees. And I'm going to give you guys a special offer just for my listeners today. If you apply today at lightstream.com/fun, F-U-N, you get an additional interest rate discount. Only for my listeners, go to lightstream.com/fun, F-U-N, and get an additional discount. lightstream.com/fun, like fun with dumb. Subject to credit approval. Rate includes 0.50% auto pay discount. Terms and conditions apply, and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/fun, F-U-N, for more information.
What are we doing for Halloween this year? You know?
I'm performing.
Oh yeah.
Friday.
Well,
What
that's
are we
not
doing for Halloween, though?
That's next week. Well, actually, this is gonna come out next Wednesday, the day before Halloween.
Oh, okay.
So,
We'll figure it out by then, I guess.
Why don't we just go trick or treating and then just relax at night?
man, let the kids trick or treat, bro.
Yeah,
Why
we'll
are
let
you
the kids
stealing
trick or treat.
candy?
Yo,
from
going back to the
kids?
trick or treat, I have a question.
Fucking
man.
scamming, dude. I'm
It's,
finessing.
you know, like in this time of just like scares and terrorism and stuff like that, isn't this like the anti?
with a terrorist mask on.
Yeah, with. Isn't it like a very dangerous thing to be going house to house, not knowing who that person is, and just taking stuff to eat from them, and then that's just like a trust thing? I think that is pretty freaky. Doesn't it scare you a little bit? It doesn't terrify you a little bit?
I feel like
I
feel like an actual terrorist is asking us, like, we don't scare you? You mean you don't find us scary anymore, huh?
Any terror in your heart right
Yeah,
now?
I can't look at you, bro.
Look at me!
Oh shit, those eyelids close and
Oh
open.
shoot!
I'm watching, dude.
That's tight. That's crazy.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
That's my answer.
I guess that was a poor question, huh? Next.
I know. I mean, Halloween.
You think a lot of like home invasions happen on Halloween?
I mean, we rest that.
No, I don't think it's a good time for home invasions because everyone's home.
Everyone's home,
Like
yeah.
adults are home.
Do you guys ever do this? Like, you didn't have candy to like give out, so you turn off your lights and act like no one's home.
Yeah. I felt bad because I took that very seriously. Like I'd be like to my sister, like,
No,
shh. Like, I don't make it. Kids are knocking, banging on the door.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
Matt, shut the fuck up. Shut up. We're not supposed to be home.
Exactly.
Remember the houses that would put the candy, like a big bucket of candy in the front? It's like one each. Just take one.
I'm like,
Just take one each, guys.
damn.
But yo, hey, you did run the risk of getting your house bombed on though.
Oh, the
Yeah.
TP.
If you didn't answer the door.
Damn.
I don't know.
So-
That to me, that's not why we did the thing. We always just did that to a random. We never did it because you didn't give out candy.
Wait,
You
you
know what I mean?
TP'd a house before?
I have.
Damn, man.
I've TP'd
I
out.
mean-
I've egged people.
What address?
Now, wait. Now that you think about it,
I've gone TP too.
think about the cleanup. Like that
Yeah.
shit's crazy.
Yeah.
It's all part of the
Man.
game, bro.
It's all part of the game. You ever egg a house before?
I am ashamed to say that I have.
Have you gotten
Jeez,
egged?
man.
I have gotten egged.
I've gotten egged.
I've gotten egged too.
I've never
Just
gotten
like
egged.
I remember one time, like me and my friends were just like got little costumes on, little maybe the bucket, jack-o'-lantern bucket.
Yeah.
We just walk in, and then like we cut through this alley, and then fucking it was getting dark too,
Mm.
and then these dudes just fucking just bombed us. Bro,
Oh,
with eggs on the top of our
shit.
heads and just shoved us.
I
And I
got,
was like, this is the worst holiday ever.
I got egged from a actual bully who was my bully during the time. So this was
Damn.
like a personal egging.
Oh, shit.
you know?
What's his name?
I don't want to mention him, but we're cool. We're cool now.
D'Angelo Bailey. No, sorry.
What was that?
It's a Slim Shady
Do you
reference.
think he tells people like whenever like your music video comes
Yeah,
up?
yeah.
he's like,
I egged
yeah,
this bitch
fucking-
ass.
I used to beat his ass.
I feel
Oh,
like
man.
people who peaked early in high school, like when they see like kids they used to bully back in, it's like, I used to punk that kid.
Yeah,
Like they're
yeah.
proud of that, you know what I mean? Knowing they punked the CEO.
I used to fuck his face.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Jeez. I don't know. I said yeah.
I was
yeah.
like that when I was in high school. When I was in high school, I had, I knew the top like 5 rappers. I wasn't at all like one of the main, like, you were like a star rapper in your school, right?
I mean, just because there wasn't that many rappers, but
There weren't. I mean, it's like a school in New York.
yeah, it wasn't that many.
Well, you were like you were like a known rapper in your school. I remember I seeing a talent show video where you and Zoe were performing. Like,
Yeah, I was the only rapper at my school, man.
the only rapper.
Yeah, man. I went to Langley High School in Virginia. So
And there were no other rappers.
it was like 3 black students in the whole student body. Everyone else was like lacrosse, field hockey, just very Ivy League direction. I was the only rapper. Yes, I was the best. I was.
By default.
Yeah, by default.
Exactly.
I wasn't not the best rapper in my school, but
Yeah.
Who was the best?
Lyriflip.
there was a guy named Stamina.
You couldn't keep up with Stamina? Damn.
And then afterwards we were doing shows like after high school, like, and I remember running into cats and I started doing a little better as far as like getting more shows and stuff like that. And
Right.
I was like,
Yeah.
But I feel like being the best rapper in high school would have been tight.
Yeah.
You know what I
Hell
mean?
yeah.
Like during that time, it was like girls and stuff. Like that would have helped.
Yeah, it didn't help me at all. It
didn't?
No. They're like, yo, you killed it. Okay, bye. Yeah.
Yo, Halloween. I want to ask you if you know any good ghost stories from church.
Ooh, we were meaning to talk about this. So any scary experiences,
I do.
any ghost stories or hauntings?
Did you ever see anyone get possessed?
Oh yeah. Have I seen anyone get possessed?
No,
No,
like,
but I've seen possessed.
Okay, do you
people.
guys
people.
believe in getting possessed?
Hell yeah.
And how do you think that works? Just a ghost just
A
entering
devil
your
spirit
entering
just
your
enters your
spirit?
body, bro. And it's not like you go like, ooh.
Yeah,
like,
so I don't want to dramatize too much of it because a lot of it gets like, it gets distorted. Like, you know how when you have sleep paralysis, for instance.
Yeah.
And, like you're fatigued, right?
Right.
And you're super just like tired. A lot of people, I hate it when my mom or like, Christian people would automatically relate that to be like, oh, it's because you're spiritually weak. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
Like
right,
the
right.
devil came visited you. But sometimes,
but isn't it like when you're stronger in faith that they fuck with you?
I mean, it goes both ways,
So whatever you're fucked, you're fucked.
yeah, it's like
Wait,
whatever.
but why?
Because what happens is, you can't move. Have you had Kawi
No,
before?
I'm not talking about Kali, but why do they possess you if you're more spiritually involved?
Because
Because
the
the
devil
devil
doesn't
works
want-
overtime, yo.
He doesn't
Like,
want you to be winning, like be on the good side.
for sure. Well, let me.
So
let,
that's
before
why
we
you
before
think
we get
possessions
fucking
happen?
with you.
before we
Yeah.
get into this conversation,
about
the
all that.
prerequisite
No, that's
question
what-
is: do you believe in good and evil? Like that? There's a war waging
I
in a
think-
spiritual realm.
I think so. I mean, because I've read up on a lot of the getting possessed. So I
Yeah.
do believe that could happen.
I just think, yeah, for sure.
But I think it's a little bit more random than you
Yeah.
guys think.
I didn't even finish. So how do you know what I'm thinking right now?
Well, go ahead, continue.
No, it's just definitely possessed. Like I've seen people that were possessed. Even in my times when I was in Uganda, we would do these crusades. We would do these things where we'd set up the stage, and I think I talked about this on your Gumship back in the day. But yeah, you'd see things in like a Korean church retreat at home, and like people like falling off and stuff like that, and you're like, you don't know if that's theatrics or not. You know what I mean? Because I remember there were times when the pastor would be coming down the line and like praying for us, and these people would be falling back, and I'm like four down. I'm like, oh, what, do I fall back too, or what do I do? What do I do? I'm scared.
Right.
Like, do I play along or
Yeah.
But when we were there was nothing like that. It was straight up people just like spasming to the point where I know that it wasn't them. It wasn't theatrics. So definitely, I do believe in people being possessed, and just evil spirits controlling your body.
Like their body, like
Have you?
convulsing.
So you've had firsthand experience. You've seen people
For
in
sure.
Uganda.
I mean, we'd pray for them too.
Right.
We'd pray for them too, and it was.
and there's
really
a lot of
freaky.
like witch doctor, like wild shit
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there.
I mean, you
Right.
have to understand exactly. There's a lot of shamanism out there. There's a lot of witch doctors where the if someone is sick or there's a famine, if something's going on and they don't have money for like doctors, they would go to like their neighborhood witch doctor and pray, to the other spirits for healing and cures. And when that happens, there's also like a hex,
Yeah.
that appears.
What do you think ghosts are though in general? Are they like stuck in a purgatory or what? What
It's
is
a waiting room situation. I
You
believe.
think so?
Yeah.
It's a waiting room
I think
situation.
so. Yeah.
I mean, what do you think? What
not-
do you think? Like, why do
No,
ghosts?
I think it's not ghosts. I think they go like heaven or hell, but then there's demons on the earth.
See, I don't think ghosts are demons, you know?
I know, but I'm saying I don't think. there's
Actually,
ghosts.
no. What I mean
I think they're
by
all
waiting
demons.
room, I don't mean that they are. You know what I look at it? I look at it like a film burn. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're gone, but there's like an echo. There's like, you know, there's whether it was a unrest.
How'd you come to this
situation-
conclusion?
How did I?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is
What's
not
the
in the
basis?
Bible necessarily, right?
No, it's not in the Bible. I guess it is just conversations I've had throughout my life with people
okay.
who's really seen it, you know. And,
Like near death experiences where they were kind
where
of
they've
like
seen-
almost died.
No, like they, you know, their grandmother passed away,
Yeah.
and like
Oh,
she
they
would
see-
she would see her in the living room,
Shit.
like at night when she's getting like when she's getting like a drink to, you know, in the
night?
middle of the night,
Yeah.
and she'd look and be like, oh hi money, and be like annyeong, and then she wasn't there, and that happened multiple times. My other
No, but what were you saying? Why go? What is it? It's
Fuck.
just an echo or something?
Well, yeah, I mean, I
Explain
don't know
that.
the terminology, so I don't think it's like there's malicious intent with ghosts. I don't think they're like here to like freak you out.
You
or
think it has
anything
something
like
to do
that.
with quantum physics?
I think everything has everything to do with quantum physics.
I don't know, because we might. How come we haven't? You know, maybe it's like a science thing with time. You know, something to
Yeah.
do with time. More
Yeah,
than,
we don't know shit. I mean,
more than like spirits.
That's
I
true.
listen, you know, it's schizophrenia or even just monsters and stuff like that. Like the more like we get technologically advanced, whatever, and scientifically whatever we know more, it's like we're just putting labels on things.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like schizophrenia could be you hearing voices, but it could be like a chemical thing. But that chemical in your body could be giving you the powers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we just want to like feel comfortable. We want to feel safe, so we put labels on things. So like I put like, you know, when you hear stories about like monsters and whatever, like ghosts and shit, I'm like, yo, I wasn't there. Could have happened.
Yeah.
Right.
I keep
I
an
mean,
open mind.
There's a lot of, you know, like those situations where, like a mother's child is about to get hit by a car or something, and then she just gets this inhuman strength. Have you heard about that?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
the mother,
Yeah, of course.
And
Lifts the car up.
yeah, there's multiple incidents where some of my friends, like they'd be drowning or something, right? And then they'd feel a hand reach in and pull them out and save them, but there's nobody there.
Yeah.
Like things like that, like in the moment of desperation or in the moment of just like this, like shit just gets real. I don't know if it's like their last attempt and they, you know, they think that someone's helping them up.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of situations where it's not only just like to scare you. I think there was some ghosts that like help you, or like, you know,
Spirits.
yeah, some spirits for
I mean,
sure.
and like, yo, there's like all these just throughout history. There's like so much weird phenomena. There's like
As a
there's like a family member, like somebody in the village
Mhm.
that's like patriarch or matriarch, whatever.
Mhm.
They'll pass away in the village,
Right.
and then like foxes will just surround. You know, they'll be mourning.
Wow.
Yeah, just like
Ghosts
mad.
don't ever help you out like practically, huh? Like
No,
just
no,
throw
no,
you
no.
$100 bill.
Yeah,
like
yeah. It's like a PayPal from
Yeah.
a dead guy. Like, oh, thank you.
You get a
I
PayPal
needed
from
that
someone,
50.
and you look up their name. They've been dead for years.
who's this Venmo from? Who's this Venmo from? And then the little notes, it's a little ghost.
Who's Boo? Oh man.
Yeah.
Man.
Yo, speaking of ghosts, have you guys ever watched this movie called 2.5 Men? I mean, 2 Men and a Baby.
Oh, that shit's scary, bro.
Oh,
That little
seen
the
that?
photo.
that shit is fucking
Yo,
scary.
so because the
dude.
thing is, where's the troubleshooting crew? You know what I mean? You knew that was an editing team. They seen it. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, in this movie 2 Men and a Baby, there's this one scene where apparently the story is a kid died in that apartment.
Right.
Like he fell off the balcony, and during this pan shot from right to left like this, it's coasting, and there, you know, the two actors are just talking, doing their scene, and then you see this kid behind a curtain, just like not moving, and that's the creepiest thing,
Right.
yo. Because then you start thinking, it's like, was that intentional? So, like, was this a troll that the director did? You know, how did they not catch that?
I mean, you could not catch it too. I think it's like, you know, Game of Thrones. There was a fucking Starbucks cup. It's like,
Oh, I didn't know that.
What do you mean you didn't know that? That was
I mean, a
viral
Starbucks cup
thing.
in
a scene, but like, if how could the editors not spot the fucking Starbucks cup? This is a fucking multi-million-dollar episode.
I think it's easier to spot Starbucks cup than a kid behind a curtain.
I guess.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you can definitely miss that little silhouette of the kid.
So what?
That shit was really creepy, though.
Okay,
I saw the
so
footage.
what
That
is
shit's
that
creepy.
silhouette? Is that a cardboard cutout? Like, what? That's so
Well,
random.
that's the thing. It could have been too. It
Right.
could have just been a cardboard cutout. I don't know.
Right.
Yo, as Koreans, right?
Yeah.
There's hella ghost stories and shit.
Hell yeah.
Asian ghosts are the scariest.
What are these
is there
ones?
any
Is it
stories?
the Chinese ones?
Is there any stories your parents told you
Yeah.
of like ghosts they seen or something?
How come no one's scared of Asians except ghosts? We're just scared of only Asian kind we're scared. People are scared of is Asian ghosts. And the only difference is they have their hair in the front and wear a long white dress. That's it. That's all it is. A
'Cause
bad
they look
hair
the
day.
most disheveled. you
Yeah,
know?
it's a bad hair day. Like when you see a disheveled Asian, you're like, stay the fuck away from that motherfucker.
Yeah, like American ghosts or whatever. They're just like dressed regular or
Yeah.
you know.
Damn, man.
Are they?
The Koreans look like the Korean ghosts look like they haven't took a shower and like
Yeah.
I went to one of my old pastor's like friend's house, and he told me there's rooms downstairs. There's rooms in certain homes where you go in and the temperature just drops, dude. And you know, like there's like literal reasons for that, as in like, okay, the venting here is, you know what I mean, like the heater doesn't reach here, but there's rooms that have similar vents, and then you go in there and jokum, like you feel this like chill to your bone, you
Yeah.
know. And usually that's because
You have malaria? No, okay. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
it's because something very traumatic happened in that
Right,
spot.
right,
you
right,
know?
right.
I used to live in
he
this.
has malaria, by the way, guys.
I used to, when I die, I'm haunting both of you guys. I swear to God, dude. I'm gonna
I
send you a
want you to
PayPal.
watch. I want you to watch everything I do.
Oh man.
All right, I've been telling you guys a lot about Skillshare.com. This is an amazing website. It's an online learning community with thousands of amazing classes covering dozens of creative and entrepreneurial skills. I'm talking stuff from photography to creative writing to design, productivity, whatever. And this is great for anybody because we never stop learning. I never stop learning. I stay curious. And recently I've been picking up a lot of new hobbies like writing screenplays. I'm developing a TV show right now, but I'm jumping into it brand new. So I went on Skillshare.com. Of course, there was a class there that I took and learned that. I refreshed up on my Photoshop, on some video editing. It's all there. Anything I looked up just out of curiosity was just there. And lifelong learning is just important to me. You know, I stay learning. And Skillshare makes it easy with multiple classes and teachers that you can choose from, and in different levels, wherever level you are, from beginner to intermediate to advanced. And right now, I'm going to give you guys a special offer just for my listeners to get 2 months of Skillshare for free. That's right. Skillshare is offering Fun with Dumb listeners out there 2 months of unlimited access to thousands of classes for free. To sign up, go to Skillshare.com/dumb, D-U-M-B. That's Skillshare.com/dumb, D-U-M-B, to start your 2 months now. That's 2 months for free on Skillshare.com. Skillshare.com/dumb, D-U-M-B, and don't be dumb anymore. Yee.
I lived in Lorton, Virginia. You know, that's where like the
What?
battle. Lorton, Virginia.
Are you kidding me right now?
No, Lorton, Virginia is like it's like
Lowerton, like Louerton.
Lorton. Yeah.
Lord in the name and everything.
And that place was like, you know, Virginia was a battle. That's
Yeah.
where the wars
Right,
were. You
right,
know what I
right.
mean?
So there's
there
a
was
lot of deaths. Yeah.
So many, countless. You know.
Yeah, Native
and
Americans.
we were literally. No.
No.
What the fuck?
The
Revolutionary War.
Yeah,
No,
I
the
know.
Civil
I know
War.
the Civil War, but yeah.
Native Americans.
Wait, also the
Yeah, was-
Revolutionary War too, right?
Yeah. I mean,
And
it's
also
just
the
it's just
original 13 colonies, yeah.
Come on.
13 colonies.
Nah, but so
Wait, am I stupid?
no, you're not. You're one of the smartest people I know. But so there's a lot of deaths that happened there, and there has been instances where if you go to Google right now and you type in Lawrence, Virginia, is one of the most haunted spots, dude. You know, and we could definitely, you know, this old house that we had.
It really says it's one of the most haunted places in the U.S.
Don't quote me, but I think it's. I saw it somewhere, maybe like on the 4th page, but like, there was a room in our old house in Lorton, where I felt that chill, man.
Oh, man.
And then I made that my studio. You know what I mean? There was fucking no. You feel it. Oh yeah. Back to the back.
You just promote your music with this story.
So you had a haunted booth.
A booth.
The ghost in the machine.
Every time he recorded, he'd hear ad libs. Boo.
I'll be at the mic. I'll be like, all right, push spacebar. What if it? No.
Skirt. Boo. Skirt. Boo. Boo.
So this guy, he's like a pastor's kid. Usually, what happens is like when your parents are. When your parents are like super spiritual.
Rice rocket. It wasn't a.
Yeah, I know. But when your parents are super spiritual and you're talking about, you know, you're talking about spiritual warfare and stuff like that, I think you're more prone to start thinking about like ghosts and stuff like that too sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
And this pastor's kid, we went over to his house and I remember we were like playing GoldenEye or something. And this one room's closed, and I'm like, yo, what's in there? I had to go bathroom or something, and he's like, no, don't open that door. I'm like, why? He's like, there's someone in there, and I'm like, all right, whatever. This guy told me straight up, you know, because the N64 setup that he had was in the basement, you know, because he didn't want his parents don't like him playing video games, so he would come down and play.
Yeah.
This to this day freaks me out. He told me that he heard a girl like laughing, crying, like, you know, like fucking weird sound. And the door started creaking while he's playing, and he saw something on a bed do this.
Oh no!
Whoa, bro! The
Dude,
way you did that was
literally
scary as shit too. By the way,
I know. That's how he explained it to me. So I wanted you to see that. Like literally, her body was like 90 degrees, like this,
bro.
like this.
Are you sure it wasn't someone just inside someone bowing to you?
And then no, like if she's on the bed. If this is a bed, she's sitting on the bed like this, and she's just like her body's going like this.
Oh, that's soft.
And then
I hate that shit.
Through the crack.
That's creepy,
Through the crack of the door, she went and just looked at him like this. And then
he's like, I got a second controller.
Bro,
that's creepy as fuck.
That's creepy
bro.
as fuck, right?
Oh
so
my gosh.
When he showed me
Don't
that,
think about it when you're in the shower today.
Yo,
sure, it wasn't somebody just inside hella politely.
Well, bro, right?
Yo.
Hey, you know, Koreans do have some of the funniest like ghost superstitions.
Oh yeah.
Like
Share some
if you
of
take a shit for too long, you sit on the toilet for too long.
Yeah.
A ghost is counting your hairs, and once it finishes counting, you're dead.
Holy.
Oh
shit.
really?
Yeah.
I'm good.
And another funny one is any chair, like when you're about to sleep in your room, any chair that's unoccupied, a ghost is sitting in it.
Come on, dude. Like, how are you supposed to?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, no, but Koreans.
Well, and then there's
In
a fan.
general-
And then there's a fan one. You know.
Well, that's a little. That's kind of dumb.
But yo, yeah. I debunked that so many times. I was like,
yeah.
Dad, I'm hot. I'm gonna leave it on. Close the door. I'll see you tomorrow.
I had a really bad case of sleep paralysis for a good month. Do you remember that show on Netflix, The House on Haunted Hill? House on Haunted Hill.
That shit was,
It was
the
really
original one was fucked up.
No, the show. You know talking about you know the show.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
So I was watching it. It was so fucking scary
Yeah.
that whole month I would get sleep paralysis every fucking time I would watch it.
I have a Fun with Dumb podcast.
But I think that could have been a stressful thing, maybe because I just couldn't sleep and I was
Yeah.
paranoid. I don't know if that was that or what,
Right.
but it was
Is it
scary.
that scary?
It was scary as fuck. Trust me, watch it.
I'm gonna watch
scary,
it.
dude.
I'm gonna watch it.
It's scary. I don't know. For me, it was scary. People were like, "It's beautiful." No, it's scary to me. It was scary as fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something that I haven't told. Well, I told like 2 people in my life. So I used to do a lot of
Make that
taekwondo
4.
back in the day. You know, I used to do a lot of taekwondo. My parents, they owned a dry cleaners, and then the taekwondo spot was like 5 minutes away. So instead of me going home, like they'll be like, "Yo, go to this, tojang."
Yeah.
So I train a lot, and like when the sabam, he likes you, he trains you even harder. You know what I mean? Like he's like, okay, well that's my protege. So I was a protege. I would clean up, like he beat the shit out of me during sparring. So every day I'm super tired. I got sleep paralysis for the first time. And this is one of those things where I wake up, and as soon as I wake up, you know, like that feeling when you sleep on an arm?
Yeah.
It's like the blood circulation's not there, and you just feel like you just dismembered yourself.
Yeah.
That whole weight I felt in my body, right? So I can't move. I hear my mom and dad talking about, you know, business or whatever. So I'm like, oh, I can't move my mouth, nothing.
Where were you?
I was in my bed at home.
Ooh.
Naturally, what happens is a shadowy figure emerges from the corner. You know about this?
Yeah.
So like that, I don't want to say that it's I don't want to say that it's a spirit or anything. I don't know. Maybe it's because, you know, your eyes, there's not enough oxygen, so there's like a shadowy
That would
thing.
happen to me when I'd be in sleep paralysis too.
Bro,
I'd always
I'm
see
telling
something like,
She would crawl up, right?
Oh my God, that's
She
terrible.
would crawl up. But in my mind, I'm thinking, this is not real. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I know what's real, what's not. I'm based on my 5 senses.
yeah.
She'd crawl up and she'd like touch my feet. So I feel the tingling of my feet.
Oh no.
And in my mind, I was like, how do I combat this right now? How do I combat this fear?
Right.
I had sex with it, dude. No, listen to me. Listen to me.
Oh my God, I did not see that coming.
I know. I had to counter it somehow. So I was like, okay, let's make this like, yo, there's a girl on my bed.
Wait, so she just rode you or what? Because you
Yo,
couldn't move your body.
Exactly. And listen, that sleep paralysis was like one of my first, not first, but like it became a wet dream. I woke up, or like I was like, oh, and I made a mess.
Oh my God.
But you know what? That's a story. That's like a. That's
So
like
was
a,
that
that's
a
like
night-
a
I
life?
love that mask, bro.
So was that
That's
a
a-
nightmare or a wet dream? We don't know what that was.
It's a
Why
wet
can't it be
mare.
both? Why not both?
Yeah, it was a wet nightmare.
It was a wet.
It was a wet. You had a wet
So
nightmare.
guys, so all the men out there, whatever. If you ever have sleep paralysis and you see shorties, tell myself.
So you gotta fuck the ghost.
You gotta
fuck the ghost.
sometimes you gotta say fuck it. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, sleep paralysis is real, and I know that's very scary. But you know, sometimes you gotta counter it.
I hate that. Like I be in the sleep paralysis position, and you know you're trying to like move and break out of it because you know when you move, you feel like
yeah.
you can't do that.
Cannot do
That's
that.
fucking annoying.
That's like the debilitate, like the fact that you're completely paralyzed is the scariest part.
yeah. Don't you hate it when you're in a dream and you can't punch properly?
Oh, that's the worst, man.
You can't swing. You know what I mean?
like this. Yeah.
And I wake up and realize I can't punch in real life. I'm like, fuck. Shit.
Have you ever had a dream that you were enjoying so much, but you had to go pee? So like you'd go to the bathroom and then jump back and maybe like, all right, let me continue. Never?
Yeah.
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 Have you ever jumped back?
Yeah, I have actually.
Oh, we jump back into a dream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A continue, like,
Okay, so
Like a
Wait,
Wait,
you actually
days,
did?
These days, I've been having like some of the most fucked up and weird and most vivid dreams, yo. It's crazy.
Do you
Like
remember
what?
what you said to me during the No Balenciaga edit? The
Yo.
7 dreams you had in a row. I'm not gonna get into it.
Okay, so yeah, exactly. So I kept going back into the dream. Remember, like
Oh,
Explain
it was a
it.
continuation. It
No,
was.
well,
I thought it
like
was
a
like a 7
variations, yeah, like,
episode
yeah.
series.
so like yo, there was so many like when he shot my last video, No Balenciaga, right?
It was Stan.
No, on YouTube. He shot it, and then right after he shot it, came to my crib, and then he's like, "I'm gonna edit on your computer because you got this program." So he was there for like the whole night when I was sleeping, and he witnessed me waking up like 7 times in a row. Wait, what was the duration?
Can I
what was the duration between?
Literally like 6 minutes each.
Wow, and
Yeah.
I'll have a crazy in-depth dream.
Can I tell them the first dream that you had?
Yeah, just say whatever. Oh,
Dude, I'm just zoomed in trying to cut and edit. This motherfucker wakes up like, oh, my mom just died. I was like, what?
Yeah.
You said that?
Yeah, and she said it was like a very disturbing death too. I was like, whoa, that's crazy, right? And then I'm like, yo, chill, relax, man. That didn't happen. It's real life. You're good. This guy passes out again. He's nice, so he doesn't want to seem like he's sleeping while I'm working. So he's trying his best to stay up.
Right.
And I think that him combating his fatigue maybe helped him with the dreams. But it was just like, he was like, all right. And then he drifts off
nah,
again.
I was trying to sleep. I was trying to be nice.
All
I was
right.
trying to
He was
say,
genuinely trying to knock the fuck out.
Noted.
I was like, wait, what?
Nah, but fucking, he would fall back asleep because I hear him like.
Right.
And
Wow,
then
that
5
was a
minutes
pretty good
later-
impersonation of his snore.
Wait,
The apnea?
yeah. How's my snoring nowadays?
It's pretty bad.
No,
I can assure you it's bad.
No, because
Oh, because of
after I
health
lost
issues.
some weight, I lost some weight, so I think it kind of went away.
Oh no, it was a gentle snore. It wasn't. It wasn't
my
an aggressive
snoring
snore
has
at
gotten
all.
better.
No,
Like-
it sounded like it wouldn't wake anyone up.
That's a really good
That was
impression.
good, right?
That's a really good
That's a
impersonation.
sick-
That's-
And then
Alright.
so literally
Wait,
4 or
yeah.
5 minutes later, after he just told me that he had a dream of his mother dying.
yeah.
He's like, "Ah!" I'm like, what? Okay, that was an exaggeration. He was like, "Ah!" I was like, yo, is this person that we knew? You know, this other person. He's like, it was the most gristle, like visceral. He was explaining to how like her
Ryman,
face-
visceral, visceral,
mistletoe.
under a mistletoe.
How like her face was distorted. Remember how you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
like
yeah.
the blood and all? I was like, yo, that's
It was
crazy.
like one of the goriest dreams I ever had.
That's crazy.
And then that like happened another like 4 more times, dude.
you know what's weird?
Cheese, dude. It's because you ate cheese. Remember? You guys
Shut
know about
up.
no. What is it? What is it?
If you eat cheese before you sleep, comments. Let me know if this is true. If you eat cheese before you sleep,
Yeah.
you have fucked up nightmares,
Really?
or you
I
have
don't know.
you're more prone to have bad dreams.
All right,
Really?
you know.
The reason why I have malaria is because I couldn't take doxycycline and Malarone. Those are the 2 prescriptions, because if you take those,
You
it
made
gives
that
you
shit
night
up.
terrors, dude.
Mm.
It gives you night terrors. So it's just kind of like malaria
Yeah.
or night terrors. I was like, dude, I couldn't take
Yeah.
it, so I didn't, you know. But yeah, there's foods that will definitely
I could
become a
see that.
catalyst.
Yo,
I
some
can
of the
see that.
most, I think one of the most fucked up themes that reoccur in my dreams
Mm.
is of me like either looking at like a face like that's just been like hacked up, or it's me actually hacking somebody's face.
Mm.
What
And
the fuck?
It's gross. No, like it makes me like want to vomit.
Yeah.
Like, but like literally, like just picture like literally like you doing it. You know.
You gotta
'Cause
watch
we've seen it
Midsummer,
in,
dude.
in like in movies and shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But like if you actually
oh no, for sure.
imagine yourself doing it, it's
Reoccurring
fucked.
nightmare of mine is people I hate just thriving. It's just always.
I see him like, no.
I'm always like
5 million views.
I'm-
They went viral.
I'm looking at a hater just killing it inside I'm on the outside through the window, just with my hand on it, like I can't get in. The guard
I
is
see
like,
you, like,
the
poking a
guard's
hole.
like, nah, you can't get in, fam. And I'm just like, with the fog steam.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
dude.
it's always like that, and then always it ends with them coming up to me like, "Yo, Dom, what's up, man? Come in."
And that's
Dumb.
that's the worst part.
Yeah.
He's actually a nice guy. He's actually a nice guy.
What is the scariest dream that you've ever had?
Yo,
in
fuck
your
the
life?
dreams, bro. Next topic.
All right. Yo, it's. I think he doesn't want to talk about it. It's
No,
fine.
I mean, I think we talked about it enough.
What was the most scariest memory that you have?
The scariest memory? Damn.
Do you
I-
guys ever do like haunted house stuff,
Yeah.
or like just jump into the random?
The worst.
No,
This is
I
the
haven't
worst.
done too many going into a haunted house thing.
I remember.
I never been to Not Scary Farm. Have you been to one of those things? Scary
No,
things?
no, not shit like that, but like actual like
the place is called
an
Not
abandoned
Scary.
spot.
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
Not scary.
Oh,
like,
not-
scary.
oh,
You
not-
know one of those like scary amusement things? I've actually never been to one of those things.
We should. It's fun.
Have you gone? You like it?
I went to 2 in my life, and the second one was a Christian haunted house. It was so weird.
What?
Like, it's the most scariest thing. You're like, ah! Like, every room, they freak you out. And then you walk out, and it's a tent. It's like, were you scared? Come pray with
It's like an
us.
old grandma pops out. You're going to hell for eternity.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. No, but those things are pretty freaky. Like,
Yeah.
you know, they have, like, the
I always
guys with the masks with the chainsaws
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
I
When
always
you're
worry
younger.
about that shit because like I feel like somebody would just act out of like the action.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
just knock somebody
yeah.
out.
That's what I'm
you know?
saying.
I think that's happened a few times. But yeah, man, I heard there's like escape rooms now that are like horror based, where they like kind of freak you out while you're trying to escape.
That's
A little extra,
terrifying.
right?
That's fucking
Yeah,
terrifying.
not being able to make it out, and
I always feel like thinking back some of the scary moments in my life is like near death experiences. You know what I mean? Like, I remember I had some experiences where I almost fell off from a really high place.
Yeah.
Yo,
dude.
same.
I think
Like,
about that.
I almost died, and then I was like on an almost 90-degree incline.
Wow.
It covers snow. It's in California in the mountains.
Driving?
No, we were okay. So we're going up the shit, and
Yeah.
then we had ice picks,
Right.
and then like we're going up. The counselor would make tracks in the snow so we could
What
all
kind of
walk
counselor?
into. It was like five. It was like 5 dudes.
Okay.
We were on a month-long fucking trip. I told you about this shit.
Yeah,
When I jerked off on the rock.
Why on the Rock?
I don't know where to put
He's
it.
talking about the wrestler, The Rock. He jerked off on Dwayne Johnson.
Damn.
Left the stain on Dwayne. But yeah, we had ice picks and it was that crazy, and we had 50-pound packs on, and then like I slipped, and I fell and I started sliding down, and I could see like
Holy shit.
I could see like where I would fall off and just plunge to my death. The fucking counselor just literally started running down on the like the fucking incline, and he just grabbed me, stuck his ice pick. It was like an action movie. Dude.
Oh, wow.
That's like
It
the
was
Batman. That's like the Batman Begins. You know, when he's fighting the when he just
I forget.
Yikes.
Yeah, you look like Bane right now.
That man begins, that story ends.
That's like the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
But yeah, so that was pretty heroic of him. He like literally risked his life to
Yeah, man.
grab you, because he
Yeah.
could have slipped off with you.
Yeah.
I do think about shit like that, like near death experiences, and how lucky I am, and like how stupid we were. You know,
Yeah.
like when we filmed Seven Rings, we were at this place in New Jersey, in Patterson, and Phil, just to get like a shot of the water, we were on top of a waterfall. We already like trespassed.
Yeah.
We were not even supposed to be there, and it's a fucking couple 100 feet drop, dude. And this guy was literally like on the edge like this, bent over like this, getting the shot. And in my mind, that still like freaks me out, because what if he just like slipped and died? You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Like, stuff like that is nuts. I remember a long time ago, you know how you like pick kijipa, like with a Q-tip and stuff like that? I was doing it for my sister when we were
Your
young.
ear.
Picking
your
earwax.
Yeah, picking earwax.
Why do you always do that? You
Do what?
just
What I do?
Go full on the Korean, expecting
so-
everyone to know what the fuck you're talking about.
So yeah, when you pick an earwax, I know this sounds a little disgusting, but like when we were younger, you know, you put the head on the lap, and then you'll get like a little scoop, and
Yeah.
then just help pick earwax. I dropped that shit in my sister's ear. I still remember this like it's yesterday, and that shit, the whole thing just went in her ear, and it wouldn't come out.
How
And
big is an
Whoa.
ear hole, dude?
don't talk about my sister's
like
ear holes, fam.
It's like looking Mary Poppins and shit. Just pull
Nah,
out a
but
mop.
she'll know. Christine, I'm so sorry I did that, but yeah, little things like that really freaks me out.
that you might have
Do
left.
you guys
to be in
ever
her
like
ear.
read like
More scary
like
stories?
no like Reddit, there's like
No sleep.
there was like this one that stuff, and then there was one thread where they're like, what's the fucking like freakiest thing your kid said to you? And kids be saying wild shit.
Yo, there's
like,
this one.
this man, it's what the man said, or like
Right.
I came to like kill you or some shit.
Because
Yo.
they're just like brutally honest
They're
type shit,
brutally
or like
honest.
possessed type thing. Like they
I don't
experience
know.
stuff, or
Yeah, but they'll say shit that like, it's like where would they get that? You know?
I hate when movies, when kids like act all casual about their ghost sightings. Like, there was a man in my room.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I would be freaked out if I was a
exactly.
kid
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
though.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah.
you? I mean, if you
Yeah.
were a kid too.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
mean,
And they're pure, like they. So and also that too, like when you're a kid, you might be like mad pure, and then you can like sense things better, you know, and see
Yeah.
things.
I mean,
I don't know. If I was a kid and there was like some random man in my room, I'd fucking freak the fuck out. I'd throw some shit at him for sure.
there's a story about a young couple, where they accidentally
He just jumped into that.
they
shit.
accidentally dropped, or like something happened where their kid fell over like a balcony and died, right? And it ruined them. Like, you know, they were depressed for many years, and then after like finally recovering and finally grieving, they conceived another child, and they were all eating like on a on a balcony dining place, and the mom did something where like the kid was about to fall, and then the new kid grabbed the arm and says, "Oma, don't do it again." The new kid.
Don't understand what's going on.
I lost you a while ago.
So they accidentally killed a child many years ago
Oh,
over the balcony, and then they conceived a new kid, a new
oh, right.
and like she did something where like he was about to, and then grabbed the mom's arm and said, "Mom, don't do it again."
Is this a story, like a random story?
That's up to you to decide. That's crazy, right?
I could just make up a story right now.
Yeah. That sounded like some quick made up scary story shit. So like I was like renting out the studio space, and finally the landlord was like, "Okay, cool." He approved my credit and everything. A week later, the real landlord comes, like, "We haven't occupied this place in 200 years."
Scariest movie that you've ever seen?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Scary movie. I'm not scared by like monster or killer movies. I'm scared of like a lot of ghost movies. Like Poltergeist is like a classic scary movie.
I didn't watch that back in the day.
Because The Exorcist
is crazy.
Because it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
Exorcist was top scary movies when I was growing up too.
Yo, I don't want to
Chucky
sound...
too.
Exorcist 2 is scary.
People are going to probably think I'm a pussy, but Blair Witch really scared me. Because I had just came back from being in the woods.
Oh.
So like when I was watching it, I was just like deeply immersed.
Right.
And then that shit freaked me out, dude.
That'd be tight if you watched it in the woods, like in your tent.
Jeez, man.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. What the fuck? That's nuts.
Like for an interactive experience, it's like you're FaceTiming your own or something. In the other tent.
Oh my god.
No, but I mean, I remember watching Chucky first time. That shit scared me. Because I was a kid. It was like when Chucky... I watched Chucky in Spanish. It was like, "Hola, me llamo Chucky." I was like, oh, shit. What the fuck? It was on the Univision. I was like, fucking terrified.
Do you guys remember this Korean, like, ghost show called Toyo Mystery? Toyo Mystery?
No.
Oh, my gosh. It was freaky, man. Like, it was on SB or NBC or something like that. And they would just have the craziest makeup, and they would use like halmonis and like, you know, like kind looking my bad, kind looking grandmothers and like senior citizens in their show.
That's the worst when they look kind.
Yeah, they look kind. What the scariest thing to me is like when I'm like in my house or something and I look out the window and I see a face looking back at me from a distance.
Oh yeah, that's fucking bad.
That's freaky to me. You know, I remember like having this fear of like when I'm in my bed, I'm thinking that like somebody's looking for me, like, and he's all the way down the street, but he's walking to my house. Like, he knows exactly where I am. You know what I mean? Things like that. And Toyo Misari definitely, it really captured that, like, everyone could get touched.
I think I do remember that show.
It sounds familiar.
It's crazy.
Toy Mystery?
Toyo Mystery.
But what happened
I think it was like
what,
Toyo Ilal Mystery, maybe?
Oh, okay.
A Saturday Mystery?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
But what happened in it?
No, it's like it's separate stories, you know.
Yeah. I figured.
So what happens is like
just scary stories,
freaky stories, dude. Freaky stories. Like for instance, there's a sister. There's like two siblings, right? And the sister is like the older sister. She's kind of jealous at the fact that her younger brother is now getting all the attention from the family. You know what I mean? So they go to a beach trip, and while the parents are like busy doing something, the younger brother had this like bell bracelet that he really liked, and she threw it in the water to like, I mean, you know, when you're young, you're not trying to kill the dude, but it's just kind of like, go get it, you know, just annoyed.
Yeah.
He goes into the water trying to pick it up and drowns and dies.
Oh, fuck.
And so she doesn't say anything to anybody like, yo, like, it was me, you know. She's just like, oh, fuck. She goes back home, everyone's grieving, and at night you just hear the
bell.
The bell.
Yeah.
And then the final, like, you know, obviously, you know, that mirror shot in every horror movie.
The medicine cabinet.
The medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
Bro, the punchline. It's like seaweed and kelp coming out of his eye. Like, it was so freaking scary, yo.
They got a little kid to do it?
Little kid to do it. Korea has no chill.
Bro, the medicine cabinet, like, anytime I lived in an apartment with a medicine cabinet, every time I closed that, you were like, please, nothing show up.
Yeah,
you know,
I make sure that any house that I move into does not have a medicine cabinet. That's the first thing. Water pressure and no medicine cabinet. For sure, dude.
Yo, I think I have like the worst. Like, I'm so scared of. I don't want to close my eyes in the shower.
Same.
I'm one of those. Yeah.
You remember the ghosts? They put
Grudge.
they put their fucking fingers through your hair.
Damn.
Yo, I once had I came back from a church retreat.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like on a spiritual high.
Right.
I was Jesus freak.
Right.
And then like for some reason, I was in the shower and I was just like, yo, fuck the devil, man. I ain't scared of you. Right? Show me like.
And then you slipped away.
And then the fucking lights started flickering.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, shit like that like be happening. Like I'll just like say some shit in my mind and just
Wow.
like test them.
And then the
it
ghost was
fucking
like,
always happens.
Oh yeah, you're not scared? You're not scared? He was with the light switch. He was with the light switch just like this. Oh, you little bitch.
Let me ask you guys something. Ouija board. Do you believe in its power, or is
No,
that all
I've never
bullshit?
had any scary experience with a Ouija
I never
board.
even played like fucked with one.
I never fucked with one either.
Because that's a lot of how
No,
horror.
there goes your fucking.
That's how a lot of horror stories fucking start off with. That's like the portal.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Exactly.
Milton Bradley created the fucking portal for.
Wait,
fucking
Exorcist 1. It was about the Ouija board too.
Can we
You
get?
know?
Can we get one?
That's what we should have done. We should have played.
Oh man, my mom would have been so mad if I did that. But there's so many. She would see this podcast and be like, "The Dugu successor." Who'd you find? Nah, but the Ouija board. I've heard so many stories of like them playing with it and like doors opening and closing. You don't hear those stories before?
Nah.
I don't know if they're bullshitting me, but that's one thing I didn't really mess with because I don't know. I didn't want to open that
Yeah,
Pandora's box.
on some
you
real
feel
shit.
me?
Like nowadays, there's so much like video effects and like viral videos, random shit, right? That even if we saw a ghost or a monster got caught on film, no one's gonna believe that shit.
Yeah, it'd be like deep fake. Exactly.
And the way things move, like I think like Jesus can come back, the second coming.
Right.
And people be like, "Oh, word." Like,
Yeah.
There's so many of
happened
those.
last
There's so
week.
many of these videos that are getting spread where there's like some miraculous thing happening, but you can never. How do we know if
Yeah.
it's what's real or what's not? It
For
kind of
sure.
sucks, you know.
You know what? You want to talk about real scary? It's getting to that point where the deep fakes, like you could make someone say something on a video and you can't even tell if it's real or not. You know what I mean?
You get a face filter of your
you
face.
get a fake. Exactly. Like shit like that's scary. Even stuff like, because right now the undisputable, like, you know, irrefutable evidence is always CCTV or like, you know, video proof. But once that becomes like you can manipulate that.
Right. That's
and,
so true.
And you know, there's this show that did it, but I thought about this a while back, like face filters and stuff. It'll
Mhm.
be AR.
Right.
know, in the
Right,
future.
right.
Like I could just put on the face filter now, and you'll be able to see it without looking through any lens.
All right. I think that's our cue. All right, y'all.
That's the scariest story at the end.
That was the scariest ending.
I don't
Body
want to
doesn't.
get catfished.
Yo, the Rekstizzy, you got anything coming up? You want to promote?
I'm on Twitch streaming, twitch.tv Rekstizzy/Rekstizzy. I got new music videos on the way. We going hard with the content these
Oh,
days.
heck yeah.
Yeah.
Heck
I'm
yeah.
on Spotify. Follow me on Instagram,
For sure.
Twitter.
And then Rick from Year of the Ox.
Yeah, our rollout's begun. You know what I mean? So this is coming out next Wednesday, right?
yep.
All right. So Run Amok would already be out now, and then in 2 days on Friday, we'll be dropping another one. We're gonna be consistently dropping a video
Every
week.
Friday?
Every Friday.
Every Friday, new music,
Yeah.
new visuals.
Yeah. And for the ones, I was on Fun with Dumb podcast a few months ago, and I was like, yo, an album's coming out in 2 months. I apologize for misleading you guys, but this rollout is going to be, you know, I hope we redeem with that. It's just going to be quality content from the Yaks for a few months. It's going to be fucking
And we got shit
fire.
on music video too.
100%. And then also we got these shirts available, but I'll tell you about later.
Cop the merch. Papa Smurf.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for tuning in. Fun with Dumb.
Yes, sir.
Happy Halloween. Peace.